Hi, it's Nancy welcoming you to Garden Scroll. Today is January the 29th. It's 60 degrees outside in January. We just had a week of cold and below freezing temperatures with some ice and a little bit of snow. Not any that I could get you some pretty pictures of, but today it's like spring outside, so I'm going to see what I can actually get done out here today. And I may start with some weed preventer, because that's one thing I noticed last year that I didn't do that much of, and I had weeds coming up everywhere, and as soon as it gets pretty they'll be coming up. So I think that's going to be my number one job for the day. And you can already see in my lawn that things are coming up. So I will go ahead and sprinkle some out here and hope that it'll kill the ones that are still planning on coming up. And then also I will at a later date go ahead and spray some weed killer that kills the weeds and not the grass. The foliage is still damp from our the melting ice and just a little rain. We actually got some rain from it too, I forgot to mention, so that's always, rain's usually always a good thing. But I'm going to wait until it's completely dry so that I can just break this stuff off and not have to just clip every little thing. Of course, some things I'll definitely have to clip, like this Texas Star Hibiscus. I'll clip these down and throw those away. Should have probably done that last fall so that it'd be ready for them to come up, but that will I'm just lucky to get done what I did get done, and then we'll just take off from there and see how much more we can get out, of how soon we can get it out, so that those jobs will be over. They're not jobs that I enjoy, but they're jobs that have to be done. So while we're having a false spring, and actually we're supposed to get some rain today, which I hope we do, I did go ahead and sprinkle down some pre-emergent around the cedar trees in the back, or the evergreen trees, not actually cedar, but and I'm hoping it will water it in for me. But I have been cleaning out here in the carport, and this is something I've been needing to do for so long. So I've got this side, which may not look like it, but it's certainly better than it was before. And some of this stuff is going to go to our local thrift store, and they may throw it away. I don't know. My brother gave me these, and I was trying to keep them and figure out something I could do with them in the garden, but they're glass, and it's just not a good idea to use glass in the garden, because a windstorm, a hailstorm, and they're going to be gone. So that and these, I don't know if they work, so I'm saving them to see. Same with these little spray bottles. I don't think they work, but I'm going to try them one more time, and then I'm going to get rid of those if they don't work. And so I'm getting this done little bits at a time for sure. I had saved so many of these, and I threw all the small ones away, practically, not quite all, because you just never know when you'll need one of these, or one of your friends will come by and say, oh, I'd love to have a start of that, and you want to give them one, so you want to have something to put it in. So I've done quite a bit of that, but that's kind of slowed down too, and I'm actually glad. So I'm gonna try to get rid of a bunch of that stuff too. And these little chairs are some more of the idea I had back when my my nieces and nephews were beginning to have their children. I thought, oh, I'll have a little seat for them, but I'll set them out here till I need them, and there they sit and collected all this dirt, dust that has just ground into them. So I'll probably have to throw those away. I'm not sure. I may can wash them off and give them to the thrift store, but we'll see how that goes. And then we come to this side. Oh my goodness, I know some of this is my husband's, and so I will try to keep his, and I'm going to try to get rid of it. Well, probably not get rid of, that's the truth, because a lot of this stuff I need. I've actually, this one on the end, I had to get a new container because it just sat out here so long, of course, that it just got brittle and just broke. So everything was falling out of it anyway. But I'm going to try to get some of this organized a little bit, and then actually as much as I can of it just thrown away. But also, I got these at the end of the season last year, and I have a spot in mind for these in the garden, and I'm going to go ahead and move them to that spot now to get them out of the way here and get them ready to be filled up for just a few days away or weeks away, I'm sure, for our gardening season this year. And these are the pots where I'm going to change out. This one, the whole rim just fell off. I tried to pick it up once and the rim came with it. And this one it's actually, I think it's all together, but it's so brittle that it won't be long and may not be just to move them, so I can put the others where these are now. But I'm going to move these back behind them and keep these a little bit longer and not try to go ahead and move them right now, because there's a great chance we'll still have some more winter weather after our fall spring has ceased. While my blue spruce sedum is already up and going, the mum is not at all. They may not come back in these pots, but they may. You can see there's a tiny little spot right here on the side that's trying. So it's just not their time yet. They're I guess wise enough to know to wait a little bit longer, that this is beauty in the spring, in the fall spring, is not going to last. And I talked to my friend Susie today and asked her what she's been doing. She said nothing. Well, not really. I'm always doing something, and that's the way I used to be. But for some reason I'm losing what my brother Willie used to call my mojo. But actually I just don't have that or that drive, and it seems so hard to do anything because, you know, either my back hurts or something is aching, or I just plain don't feel well and have no energy, and I'm like, what in the world is wrong with me? I used to do things all the time, and I've got to get back. There's so much that needs to be done. Look at this. Look at this garden. Oh my goodness. I need to get a picture of it for the before, but let's just hope there is an after, because oh my goodness. Oh, and we're going to get a new roof, so maybe this coming week that will happen. But I don't know. I'm just losing. I'm not feeling good about my trying to do the YouTube thing, but I'm not ready to quit. I know I'm not. I want so much to get it going. I just need to find something that will get it going and go with it. But maybe this is not what God has in mind for me, but I just need to know. You know, I've been also watching with my husband some of the documentaries on the movie stars, and one thing, you know, that the story in the Bible where David says, you knew everything about me before I was even in my mother's womb, which has prompted me to believe that there's a blueprint room in heaven where God has us all figured out before he even puts us all together and sends us here. So I think, you know, and he has that plan for our lives. It was up to us to find it, and some of us come knowing exactly what it is. That didn't happen with me, but I'm still searching, even at this age, still trying to find what God has for me to do. But, you know, I made those movies for my family last year, and I don't know, I'm just so tired of it now. I'm so tired and stressed out, and I just want to rest and rest and rest and keep on resting, but that's not how I'm going to get anything done. I've got to get things done. I want to get things done, but I guess more accurately, I want to get things done. But no, that's not accurate either. I do want to get things done, but I don't have, something is missing that drives me. It's always been driving me, and I'm trying to fix a movie for my daughter, and for the life of me I cannot get it started. I don't have, it just hasn't came to me yet how to get going with it. I have some ideas of it, and of course all of her little pictures, and you remember the times when you lived that life, you know, and you can't believe it's over in some ways, and then other ways it seems so far away, like all of our memories. But I don't know. I just know I'm going to keep plodding along slowly until I can get up and go and get things done and get some unction and some direction from God to show me what to do next. But then I hope to do it. I hope to be ready, have it all in my mind, and I've got my pictures ready. And so as far as the movie, I want to be ready to do it. I want to be ready to clean out this garden and make it beautiful again. One of my neighbors came by and said she can't wait to see it all pretty again, and she just can't wait. And I told her I could just wait and wait and wait. But I think that will change. I hope that will change. So this is what it will hopefully look like. And I got these because there's two of them, and I wanted two that were alike for this area. But I think I'm going to like this. It's not too high. It's going to bring your eye upward a little bit more. And hopefully when we get a big fluffy mound of chrysanthemum in the top of them, they'll look even better. But I was going to say also that while I was watching those documentaries, well, one of them was Gregory Peck saying that he was just walking around the grounds of the school, and someone asked him, they needed a tall person, if he would try out. And he said that started everything for him. And you know, I can just see God putting that man there and putting that vision in that man's mind, and asking him about it. And he said, I could have easily said I didn't see the point in it, but he didn't. He said, well, might as well give it a go, or something like to that effect. And so, you know, the rest is history. So, you know, someday that's the way it will be. But when we're going through those things, we just flat out don't know. And it's just hard sometimes when you don't see your dreams coming to fruition. But still, when you have that dream, it's sometimes almost impossible to let it go. And yet, if it's not doing anything, it's just sitting there, and you're just getting older, and there's not much more time for anything to happen here on this earth. But you still have a dream. You still want to see your dreams come true, some of your dreams at least to come true. And I want that. I think everybody probably wants that, although maybe not to the same extent. Most people can be happy and satisfied. My husband said he is, with just he doesn't strive to be more or something else more. But anyway, I don't really know what I'm trying to tell you, other than that I want to get going again. I want to get things done, and I want to enjoy doing it. And it's hard because it's tiresome, and it seems to be going nowhere. And you've always got to have a validation for your work, or no one knows about it but God. And of course, truthfully, that is what's going to mean the most, is when we get to heaven and He says, well done, thou good and faithful servant, enter into thy rest. It's Sunday, February the 10th, and you maybe can tell that winter came back. We had about 2 weeks of what they called a false spring, and it was just like spring. And I didn't get anything cleaned out in the garden, but I did get the carport and the little shed at the end of the carport with my husband's help, and got that done, where we're pretty proud of it. So, but it's nice to see the snow, although it's not going to go ahead and stick to the ground. As far as our forecast says that it will melt and not be there at all tomorrow, so probably won't get you some really good snow pictures, but it's a pretty snow. It's Monday the 11th. Yesterday we had a really pretty snow, but because we had that false spring and everything was warmed up, the ground was warm, it won't last long, and it didn't go ahead and start building up as soon as it would have, because we got quite a bit of snow. But this is all that remains this morning, and I'm going out to that sedum that I told you if it snowed I would get you a picture of, but I'm pretty sure that it did not build up on top of those little umbels on the sedum, but we're going to go take a look and see. And sure enough, they did not, just as I suspected. But there's a little bit of ice on top of them, snowy ice. And I don't know if we'll have more snow this season. Of course we could. It's only the middle of February, so it's certainly possible. But after having all that warm weather and things are beginning to come up, did you see my iris that I trimmed not that long ago? And they're already coming up. So I'm so glad I got that done, and they're ready to go and beginning their little journey to the growing season. Please be sure to like and to subscribe to the channel. Share us with your friends.